Hello everyone, this is Sok. I'm going to start my presentation. In 2050, the United Nations proposed 17 Sustainable Development Goals calling on all countries in the world to take action to protect our Earth while improving the economy. I chose to start my research with the 12th goal, which is to ensure sustainable consumption and its production patterns. One of the targets is to substantially reduce waste generation by 2030 through prevention, reduction, recycling, and reuse. This reminds me of the problem that suffered in China for a long time, that is, the classification and recycling of the waste. Many developing countries have adopted waste sorting as a source to solve the problem of the domestic waste, and China has been struggling with waste sorting for decades. We all know China is a country with a population of 1.4 billion. The urban population accounts for nearly 70% of the total population. So the implementation of the national garbage classification and recycling program in China is a huge and complex project. 2017 was an important year, and the mandatory waste classification policy was implemented from this year. But the effect was not very well. After reviewing the relevant information, I found that the symptoms of China waste classification failure are as follows. The first one is low level of the infrastructure. Urban residents' awareness of waste classification are weak. Recycling institutions have limited recycling capacity. The reasons for the failure of the public collective action of the waste classification and recycling are summarized in 4 points. These factors include high-level government properties for waste management are blurry. The gap in the implementation of the policies of the grassroots government, and the strong power of incinerators to oppose garbage classification, weak strengths of the formal resource recyclers. Next, I will explain these reasons from a stakeholder's perspective. This is a stakeholder's map. This map basically explains all the rules of all players in the waste sorting and recycling program. This is roughly divided into 3 layers. The innermost layer is the core stakeholders, the high-level government and waste incineration companies. These are policy makers and key influencers of the policy. The outer layer is subcore stakeholders, that is the grassroots government and resource recyclers, who are the implementers of the policy. And the outermost layer is the marginal stakeholders, that is the public. Sorry, I can't explain these stakeholders on detail, but I really do a lot of research of these stakeholders. So at present, we cannot change the policies formulated by our high-level government, and the waste incineration power generation project cannot be interrupted in a period of time. So the problem I want to solve is how to improve the public awareness and willingness to waste sorting and recycling. So my ultimate impact is the residents feel that the garbage sorting is the cool thing to do and make it a habit. Next part is analysis of some design precedents. The first design precedent is a product design, the modular rubbish bin. To reduce floor space occupied by multiple rubbish bins, these waste units are stacked vertically while maintaining easy access to container various openers. The next two designs are related to recycling design. A Satin Bird, a coffee brand that sells instant coffee. The success of their written plan activity comes from the exchange of materials. Users will collect the packaging of instant coffee and exchange gifts according to the amount, such as mobile phone cases, some keys change, and the other things. The last one is Recover, a textile recycling manufacturer that converts textile waste into sustainable recycled fibers. The last part is the things from future. I think I got some good ideas with this approach. The first one is this was flight document, and Serenity makes me want to design a express packaging recycling system. The courier service companies send and receive a large number of express parcels every day. Many of them are not very well recycled, so I hope to redesign the express packaging recycling system to improve the recycling efficiency and the recycling rate of the express packaging, reduce the consumption of the resources. The second one, I think it is possible to set up a jewelry company specializing in recyclable materials. The company can cooperate with the local recycling stations to buy the required raw materials at a very low price, customize their own jewelry for customized users, and produce some ordinary jewelry such as bracelets to sell, make this waste have their value again. And I designed the business model at here. You can see. The last one, I suppose that I can launch a activity to make different models of waste plastic collected by residents through 3D printing technology can make this make some plastic seeds or some other things. The purpose of this activity is to allow residents to more directly participate in garbage collection process and learn how these materials and reuse and how to make. That's all. Thank you.